Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within.
Power in your name. A legacy is something that is passed down. It is your mark. It is your footprint in the earth. It is your contribution to the world. Your legacy is something that is passed down. It is your mark. It is your footprint in the earth. It is your contribution to the world. I don't care about legacy. I'm single. I don't care about legacy. I don't have no kids. I don't care about legacy. My family never cared about me. I don't care about them. My life is my own. Why do I need to even think about legacy? Well, here's the thing I have to say to you. The thing you need to know is this. You are leaving a legacy whether you want to or not. Everybody in this room is going to leave a legacy. The question is, are you going to be intentional about the legacy you're leaving? Are you actually going to be intentional, or are you just going to let anything be passed down, anything be given to others on your behalf? Don't let it be so. It's like this past weekend, I went out to go preach. And when I went to go preach, I went into a city and I rented a car. When I went to the rental car, they said, go downstairs in the garage. You can grab any car. When I went down there were only two cars. There was one car that looked like it wouldn't make it past Monday. And then there was another car. So I went to this car. But when I got into the car smelled like cigarette smoke. And so I took off with the car because, I'm just like, hey, let me get out of here. And so I'm driving the car for a couple of days. When I bring the car back, drop off the keys, they say, hey, you have any problems with the car? I said, no problem with the car. They said, all right, cool. I leave. And they said, I looked on my email and they billed me $350. How you gonna charge me? I've never smoked a day in my life. They said, sorry, sir, you brought the car back smelling like cigarettes. I said, no, I didn't bring the car back smelling like cigarettes. Y'all brought me a car that smelled like cigarettes. They said, no, all we know is that you brought us a car with cigarettes, so you have to pay the price. Can I tell you something? That is a picture of many of our lives. Some of us lived a life that stunk so bad. And many of you are paying a price for a life that you didn't live, but somebody lived before you, and they handed you down a name or a life that stunk so bad that now you got to pay forever for it. And I'm here to let you know, stop giving people this dirty, nasty, stinky life. Why don't you build a legacy so when somebody gets into the car of your life, they want to say thank you instead of, I can't believe what you did to me. Everybody here has struggled with an addiction that's not yours. It was an addiction that your family didn't deal with. It was an addiction that your father just overlooked. And so it got passed down to you. And now you're struggling with this addiction. But truthfully, if you track the addiction, your father had it, and your grandfather had it, and your great-grandmother had it, and your whole family had it. And because they didn't deal with it, because they weren't thinking legacy, now you're driving in a car that you got to pay for. And God is saying, the buck stops here, that this is it. I put you in the earth because you're about to stop some stuff. I know people who went to go buy a house, and when they went to go buy a house, they saw their credit report, and the credit score was so jacked up. And when they saw the report, they realized that mama had gave out their social security number to the whole family. And everybody done rented stuff and didn't pay back, and everybody had electric bills and cell phones that don't even exist no more. Why? Because somebody didn't care about legacy, and they handed you a bill, and now you can't walk in Canaan, not because of your issues, but because of some issues that were passed down. God forbid you are sitting in this place saying, I don't care about legacy. You need to care about it, because somebody's got to live in the life you have. You are passing something down whether you want to or not.
What's going on, y'all? Hold on, let me stop this. What's going on? What is going on? I'm sorry if you guys couldn't hear that or see that. I thought I was sharing something, but let me go ahead and get started over here, and then I will get right off your timeline. Okay, I just came by here because I got some super amazing opportunities for those who want to take it. I know many uh, show up here randomly and frequently as well. So if you are a frequent flyer, you come by here all the time, okay? And this ain't for you on tonight. Why don't you just kindly do me a favor and go ahead and hit that share button so that it can reach who it's for. Okay. And always thank you for your support. Always. If you are a first timer, I welcome you here once. If you like what you're hearing, if you like um, what is being, taught or implemented over here, then go ahead and share it with somebody, okay? That's all I ask. Give me 1 second. Hey, what's going on, my family? What's going on? Oh, okay, I can add a guest over here. So, yeah, I'm going to get straight to it because I'm not going to take a long time at all. Got some other things that I need to be doing and had just a little amount of time to come by here and see who I can serve, okay? So, with that being said, I would like to turn my camera on. Let me get it pulled up. Share my screen, shall I say. If I do that, then that's probably gonna go away. Okay, I know where to come back to. Hold on 1 second. Let me go over here and grab this real quick. What's going on, DC? I see you, baby. What's going on, DC? All right. So let me move this out the way. I'm gonna have to come back to that. Let me go ahead and blow this up, okay? I want to show y'all something because I want to know who's next. With some receipts, okay? With some receipts. That's it. All right, so y'all go with me. Nope, this ain't the one. This ain't the one. I'm gonna come back to that one. My bad. Okay, here we go. And then let me just click on see more so we can see all of it, okay? And I just want to read what I posted. I am the game changer / the curse breaker. They said I would never be anything. Real life. I heard this growing up all my life. They said I would never be anything, that no one would ever want me, a troubled teen with nothing but a dream, a single parent of 6 from the hood. But what they didn't know was that I would be the first. Okay? I was the first in my family to break every barrier that was supposed to keep me down. They called me a lost cause, a wild child destined for nothing, told me I was gone or too far gone, too damaged, too weighed down by my past to ever rise above it. They said no man would ever want me, no ring would ever grace my finger, and that I'd never make anything of myself. But I knew deep down there was something greater waiting for me on the other side of all of that noise. I like to be able to say I am the first millionaire in my family. I'm the first to step foot on land that I own, the first to turn the key to my own home. I am the first to write not one, but 2 books that tell my story and share my journey. I am the first to get married. Yes, someone did want me, and I've been married going on 20 years. I am the first serial entrepreneur with multiple businesses under my belt. I am the first to board a plane and soar above the very ground that once felt like a prison. I am the first to see the world beyond my hometown, to travel places I never dreamed I would see. But I did not stop there. I was the first to coach and mentor others, turning my struggles into a roadmap for those coming behind me. I was the first to open a community center for teens, a safe haven for those who were told that they wouldn't amount to anything, just like I was. I was the first to leave my home, to walk away from the familiar and chase the life I knew I was meant to live. I was the first, not because it was easy and not because it was handed to me, but because I refused to let my past define my future. And if I can be the first, then you can be the next. And that is the title of this topic here on tonight. Who's next? Who's next? Because I'm sure a whole bunch of us have been told that. I'm sure we didn't all heard that before. You ain't gonna be nothing, ain't gonna never be nothing. Our situation, our circumstances tell us we ain't gonna be nothing. We can't never have nothing. You know, our culture tells us we ain't gonna never be nothing. We can't have nothing. This is as far as you can go. You only worth minimum wage. You ain't gonna never get out of the hood. You ain't gonna never get married. And I just want to know who's gonna be the first one in your family to prove, first and foremost, the naysayers wrong. Secondly, to be the first one to do whatever it is that has not been done in your family that needs to be done in your bloodline. Who's next? Because you have the perfect opportunity to be next. And I mean to be next now, not later. I don't look at anybody as having an excuse, especially if I have overcome so many obstacles beyond losing my children. That is the greatest pain of them all. But with all of, I was locked up as a young child, as a teenager. I was homeless. So I was sleeping in cars, stealing cars, sleeping in hospitals, whatever. Taking ice cream off the ice cream man just so I can have something to eat. Going into stores, having to, 5-finger discount it so I can have me something to eat and maybe something to snack on. So as a teenager, I was in trouble. And because I was in trouble, everybody thought I was not going to be anything at all. But I always known and I always knew that no, something on the inside of me is different from a child. Something on the inside of me is different from everybody else. I notice a lot of my family, they love me, but they like to stay away. It's like, oh, Tawana, hey, I always found myself sitting off to the side, imagining. Real talk. And I want to let you know that if I've done it, you can do it too. Especially if you called to be a chain breaker, a curse breaker, if you called to be a builder, if you called to be a frontliner, if you called to be a pioneer, if you called to be a path paver, it doesn't matter. If you are called, then I want to let you know that whatever it is that you have been called to do, you can do. Now, was it easy? Like I said, no, but it's doable. And I would never wish to go back and undo what was done because it taught me a lot of things. It showed me strength. I had so many obstacles, and they were all in my mind. They were all in my mind. Good evening, Sister Kimber. Good evening, B. Brown. All of the obstacles was in my mind. When I started educating myself and learning the truth, then everything about my life changed. So that's why I don't despise going through the journey, but it was not easy. However, I'm a little jealous, and I ain't gonna even cap, for the simple fact that now people can come in and build businesses in 1 and 2 minutes. It took me blood, sweat, and tears, for real, for real. It took me having to figure it out, and that's where the obstacles was at in my mind. I'm like, man, this stuff is hard. I gotta learn how to do AI. I gotta learn how to work on the computer. Oh my God, it ain't gonna never happen, because I was not a computer person. And that kept me so stuck. The more I seen people like, man, they was riding a wave. They doing so good right now. They is doing so good right now. Because I'm going to tell you something. There is nothing like having peace, having your bills paid, bare minimum. I'm talking about things, bare minimum things. Having food in your pantry, in your cabinets, that you ain't got to worry about. I got to take a little bit from over here to buy food. It feels good not having no debt collectors calling you. It feels good if you ain't got nothing in the bank, no cash on hand, and you got some credit that people will give you big amounts. It's mind-blowing, y'all. It is mind-blowing. I used to have to hustle in the streets, for real, for real. Me seeing 40,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, it's mind-blowing. You know how long it would have had to take me to hustle? You know how long it would have taken me to have to work a 9 to 5 to get 100,000? When all I got to do is do a little whoop-de-whoop and a little wop-de-wop, and in a matter of days, literally, I'm eligible to go and get money, opportunities that I ain't never seen, and then go do other things that will keep on recycling my money for me. It's mind-blowing. And I remember seeing everybody when they was first getting started in AI, because I got hipped on the AI before it became open AI, especially in these mentorships, these high-ticketed mentorships. They've been using AI. And so everything will be, copacetic up until they start talking about, yeah, this is the way you got to do this, and you got to set this up and make you a funnel. And I would just be checked out. I'd be like, let me go find the next shiny object, because this right here ain't cool. Whenever it came to tech, I was very intimidated by tech. And then I started saying, bump all of that junk. I'll just outsource it and get somebody to do it for me, because I don't got time to learn it. And then they'll do it for me and rip me off, because they knew I did not know what the heck I was doing. So they can tell me, yeah, $10,000 for a service that costs $50. And they knew how to ask the questions and maneuver in asking the questions to see how much skill set I had. And then the product wouldn't get done. And then they're like, okay, you got to send us your assets. And then by the time I gather the assets, I'm like, well, what's next? And I'm like, I need something automatic right now. And it kept coming back to, you need to learn this. And I'm like, no, let me just find another person. The obstacles was in my mind. But the moment I got tired of being stuck, because I'm watching everybody else pass me by. When I tell you that there is so much, this ain't never been the perfect opportunity for you to get something so fast. It's mind-blowing that if you ain't got no money right now, you can put something together today and have some sales by tomorrow without any ads, without any marketing, any of that, just putting it out there. This is what I got, who need it, and this how much it is, and here go my Cash App or my PayPal or my Zelle. You don't even need all of the fundamentals, the funnels and all of that to start making money. It ain't never been this easy. So I'm going to say, I didn't show y'all. I'm going to turn this screen back on. I want y'all to see what digital products in this digital space could do for you. It worked for me. No cap. And here's the receipts for you to see. They said I wasn't going to do all of that and do all of this, but there is a receipt for everything I stated in here. Okay? They said that I wouldn't be anything, but still to this day, my family called on me for everything. Same ones that told me I wasn't going to be nothing call on me for everything. First one to buy a home. I never knew what buying a home was. We Section 8'd, welfared it up. Okay? Straight up. Never was able to go put my feet in no dirt, okay, and stand inside of no frame. This is historic for myself. Going in, partnerships for commercial space, leasing commercial space, and then having you some streams of income coming in from that. Having, and I didn't show this before, but having 6-figure months. Can you ever imagine having a month where you have this in your bank account? I couldn't. I stood on the block for many of days, taking much risk, okay? Many risks, and never even seen nowhere, not even a millisecond of that at all, okay? In a month, I've never seen this type of anything in no month. And this is done from home. I did not have to leave I didn't have to do anything. Nothing like that. Net volume sales. Okay? This is something that I have been doing for the last, as you can see in this photo, since the pandemic. Real talk. Since the pandemic, I've been doing this digitally. This just in February, March, one of those, February, March, a 50K day, literally a day, one day. All these sales came in from holding one Zoom, okay? I've never seen 50K in a day. I've never done 12,000 in no hour. Never. At all, ever. You don't even get that back from income tax. Okay? I talked about land. And y'all just say a prayer for me on that. So these people quit playing with me about my land, okay? Taking a precious time. That's what's going on, happening. And it's holding up a few things, but God is good and He is in control. And it's been a beautiful experience to buy land. And I got the land at one of the most darkest times of my hours. For real, for real. I bought this land while my son was being prepared to go into the ground. Real talk. Started a car rental business with just business credit. Nothing in my personal name. Just business credit. Okay? Was able to do that in 1 week and then start generating income. After I did it for myself, of course I had to go do it for others and teach others how to do it, shall I say. Run this play. I know the play. That's why coaching is so important. That's why having somebody who's gone before you is so important, because they can tell you exactly the path to take. Go right, bust a left right here, go 2 blocks down, make a right, you're going to be at the destination. Instead of you trying to figure it out by yourself. Okay? Teaching others. Groups of women buying real estate and land. Never ever heard of, unseen, like for me coming from the hood. Okay. This is the most important, because without this, I wouldn't have been able to do anything else. Okay. Clearly you can see my name here. This is my report. This is where I started at. Very embarrassing, but it was cool because I was determined to change my life for real. And in under 60 days, around 45 to 47 days, I went from this in this top left corner to this in the bottom right corner. 687. It was game over from there in real life. It was game over from there, okay? Me and my husband got married at the courthouse because that's all we could do. All we could afford, okay? We had a Walmart ring and paid for our marriage license, but we wanted to make it right and be honorable in the eyesight of God. Always dreamed of a wedding. Always, every woman does. And was able to do that, paid for in cash, no gifts, no nothing. Everybody was able to come and enjoy themselves. And it was one of the most memorable days on planet Earth outside of having my children and giving my life to the Most High God. For real, for real. I've been able to speak internationally. I've been able to travel internationally. That was a dream in itself, to go back to the motherland. Okay? It was a dream within itself. And not only to go back, but to actually be a blessing. To speak to Muslims, millions of them. Okay? That was a dream. To be able to share in spaces and rooms I've never ever imagined putting my foot in. Didn't even think I was qualified to be in there speaking to somebody, but I am at a whole entire expo. Okay, changing lives here as well. These people gave me my first, introduced me or inducted me into the millionaire club. Make wealth real. Forever grateful for them. They the ones who put me on with getting your credit and securing your assets, okay? Been in rooms with other people that I didn't think I qualified for, qualified to be in the rooms with them. Literally. And then take others with me. And then do deals with these people who we didn't know at all. Okay? This is the CEO of Make Wealth Real. Have this man number. I have a very big family. Have been able to take care of my family, outside of my immediate family, all my family. But this is coming from a person who they said wouldn't be nothing. Wouldn't be nothing. I'm forever going to be a part of MWR, forever. Still get paid from MWR because of the work that I did. I went in that bad boy and broke records. They told me they was going to pay me $1 million a share. I went crazy with it, for real, for real. And absolutely indebted to them forever. I just used what I learned to do it myself, if you catch my drift. I don't mind partnering with people. Teamwork makes the dream work. But I also don't like other people's hands in my plate. I believe that if I got a plate, you should have a plate. We should have to eat off the same plate. When you got 4 hungry people in one plate, then you ain't got enough, and they don't either. But if we all have our own plate, we can all get full. So I took what I learned from them inner circles and begin to build my life first and then teach others how to do it. That's kind of where the concept of me going into these programs and masterminds and groups that y'all would never even see, because I didn't see them. If somebody didn't tell me, yeah, you ought to be a part of the, when you able to show receipts that you, live receipts that you made $1,000,000 and you can get over here and hang with us. And I mean, it's like mind blowing information. It's information that will keep you up at night, because I mean, it's unbelievable. Okay. So then I begin to learn the laws. I begin to learn the truth that reporting negative stuff on our reports and different stuff of that sort is illegal. It's very illegal. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a couple so that you can see. Don't take my word from it for it, but um, take the law. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get it pulled up. Give me 1 second. I had it pulled up, but I had to click out of it so that I can show you guys what I wanted to show y'all. Okay, cool. Let me go down here. Hopefully, it just take me right back to where I need to go to. Be kind, be kind, be kind. Oh, it did. Bless God. Is this it? Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I think I might have went too far down. Because it's important that you know. Come on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. That's why I didn't want to close it out, but it's cool. I think I'm okay. Here we go. So I want us to look up a code, okay? And then I'm gonna turn on my camera so you guys can see what it says. Okay. I'll use this one. US. Here we go. See, let me just go back to Google here. And then I want y'all to see something real quick. When I started learning this information, 1681 US code 151681. Okay. So these are codes you guys can go look up as well. I'll show y'all over here real quick. It's very important that you know these codes because this protects you from being taken advantage of. If you don't know the information, you're going to be taken advantage of. You cannot hold them accountable because you did not know the information. However, once you know the information, you can now hold them accountable for violating your rights. This is a law. It's called consumer law. Okay? The banking system is dependent upon fair and accurate credit reporting, meaning you should not be being denied for any type of loans, homes, cars, etc. It is against the law for them to determine whether you are approved or denied based on your consumer report, because your consumer report has to report fair and accurate information. Okay? I'm going to stop the share so y'all can see me eye to eye when I say this and you can understand what I'm talking about. If your credit report shows 10 different versions of your name, that is inaccurate information. It's illegal to have any names other than the correct spelling of your name on your credit report. It should not have Tawan without the A on it, J, and then my last name, Worlds. My name is not Tawan. It's Tawana. It should not have Tawana G Worlds. My name is not Tawana G Worlds. It's Tawana J Worlds. My name should not be on there as Tawana J World. My last name is Worlds. So it should have my correct spelling of my name, and that's it. So any other names on there is inaccurate information, because what happens is when you go to the banks, when you go to apply for a home, when you go to rent an apartment, when you go to rent a car, they do credit checks. Everywhere that they do credit checks, establish an account with your utility company, they do credit checks. What happens is when they pull your credit report, your credit profile, they see all these different names, which is a red flag. There's some type of identity theft going on. How do we know who the real person is? This person is a liability, so we cannot fund you. So they have to report accurate information. They should not be reporting addresses that you lived at 50 years ago. That is inaccurate. It's a red flag when you come up in there and you asking them to trust you with their money or with their property, and you got multiple addresses on file. They don't know who house to come to. So that's a red flag. Well, it says you live here, but you got 10 other addresses on here. What address? Now they got to determine if they ever needed to come and collect or repossess, where would they go to? Those are red flags. Another thing, financial transactions are not supposed to be reported on your consumer report. What is a financial transaction? A credit card payment, a car payment. If you fell behind on a payday loan, financial transactions, late remarks. How are you having late remarks and there's no financial transactions supposed to be reported on your consumer report? And then if you're going to put a late mark on there, you have to give them at least 30 days notice that this late mark will show up on their consumer report. If I stumble about credit report, because there's no such thing as a credit report. That's the terminology that y'all used to, but it's called a consumer report. It's the same thing with the proper terminology, okay? Just to clarify that. So now you have them breaking the law because they're reporting inaccurate information. You have them breaking the law because they're reporting financial transactions. You have them breaking the law because they are applying late payments to those financial transactions that ain't never supposed to be there. And then you got them breaking the law because when you go apply for credit and they have all of this negative stuff reporting on your consumer report, the banks now see that and deny you based on what they pulled from TransUnion, Experian, or Equifax. Are y'all tracking? Are you tracking? Okay. They meaning the consumer report agencies, Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. Those are the criminals. reporting negative information illegally on your consumer report, which is getting you denied, okay? US 1681. The Congress, did it say the government? Yes, it did. The Congress makes the following findings. The banking system is dependent upon fair and accurate credit reporting. Period. It has to be fair. It has to be accurate. Inaccurate credit reports directly impair the efficiency of the banking system, and unfair credit reporting methods undermine the public confidence, which is essential to the continued functioning of the banking system. It is illegal, okay? It is illegal. These are codes from the government, compliance procedures. Identity and purpose of all credit users have to be accurate. Disclosure of consumer reports by users have to be allowed. Okay? This right here ought to get you fired up. This is a law. Put that in the chat. Law. If a financial institution denies you, who do we address with this matter? You hit them with a consumer law letter and you say, by this law, I'm eligible for reconsideration. If you get approved for a $5,000 credit limit, they gave you that credit limit based off of your credit score, which is illegal. So when you ask for a reconsideration based on consumer law US 1681, banking systems have to approve me on fair and accurate information being reported on my consumer report. I need a reconsideration. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to get an increase, even if it goes from 5,000 to 10,000. Okay? Y'all put law in the chat, because if you don't know it, you can't enforce it. Okay? If you don't know it, you can't enforce it. And this is a big problem for me. I keep seeing how rent is increasing by $200 to $400 with only 30-day notice. I also keep seeing that this year has a record number high, almost a breaking record of evictions and foreclosures in almost 50 years. You either need good credit to move, if that's the case, or you're going to need a plan B for income if the rent continue to go up. And I'm just going to be honest with my brethren, okay? Cash is trash, and it's on its way out of here. You need you some assets. And one asset that you can greatly benefit from and leverage at all times. I don't care if you don't got a dollar bill in your wallet. If you got a credit card, you got some cash. People are paying their rent and buying groceries on credit cards. They're leveraging their debt in a good way, because I can go have a credit card for $15,000. And even though I have $15,000, I'm not supposed to spend $15,000. But if I needed to, I could, and only make a minimum payment back and still be good. Now, I'll be over my utilization, but I will have whatever it is that I need. I don't care if that's buying me some dirt. I don't care if that's finding me a program that's going to make me some money right back so I can pay it all off and be in the positive. Whatever I can use it for as an investment that's going to give me the money back so I can pay it back. I could leverage credit to buy a whole home with no cash. I can leverage credit to hire an attorney if I needed one. I can leverage credit to get repairs done. I can leverage credit to buy groceries. If inflation is taking up all my cash, I can leverage credit, okay? Now let's go to the next law. Let's go to the next law. Before we go to the next law, let me tell you what the side effects of having bad credit is. You always gonna get higher interest rates, which mean if they loan you 100, you're gonna pay them back 500. That's a ripoff. You get limited or zero personal lines of credit. They're not gonna lend anything to you, meaning that you will always have to figure out how to get money. And since money is currency, that means it flows and exchanges from one hand to the next. You will always be trying to find ways to get money. You don't have to do that with credit. You don't get anything back when you spend cash but a receipt and a thank you. When you spend credit, you get rewards. You get free miles. You get cash back incentives. You can take a credit card with $15,000 limit on it and then go withdraw on a cashback card all of that money. When I use my cashback rewards card, I have money sitting up over there that I can deposit into my checking account, all because I use my credit card. That's the benefits of having good credit. That's why it's so lucrative to keep you in bad credit, because it is a big business. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Just put a yes in the chat, okay? You have limited or zero financing options. You can go get a bucket off the lot that really only costs $6,000 according to Kelley Blue Book, and they're going to charge you $30,000. With the interest, with the rate, with the financing options, you're going to be paying $600-$700 a month on a car. They know you're going to forfeit them. They're going to repossess, but they've been and got their money from the bank, and you left with it on your credit report, okay? You have to have enormous security deposits, double deposits, and nowadays they don't even care about your double deposits. It's an absolute denial if your credit score ain't looking. The highest that I've seen them ask for right now is a 700. But they at least want you to have a 650 to rent. Getting denied for employment based off your credit is a real thing. Getting denied for insurance or higher insurance rates is solely based on your credit. Unable to acquire business funding. Unable to turn credit into cash. Unable to find other ways to get money unless you wait for it, scam for it, hustle for it, work for it, okay? So now let me give you another law really quickly. Hold on one second. So we're going to go to U.S. 1666B. And I want you to see what this is. All right. Y'all tracking? Okay, cool. I see some yes in the comment. A creditor may not treat a payment on a credit card account under an open-end consumer credit plan as late for any purpose. Are y'all reading this? A creditor may not treat a payment on a credit card account under an open-end consumer credit plan as late for any purpose, unless the creditor has adopted reasonable procedures designed to ensure that each periodic statement every month, including the information required by Section 1637B of this title, be mailed or delivered to the consumer. So according to what you just read, is late payments legal or illegal according to the law? Under any circumstance, should they be able to put a late payment on your consumer report unless they mail you something or hand deliver it? That there's going to be a late payment, and they must do this every month, that they're going to report a late payment on your credit report, consumer report. Is it legal or illegal according to the law? And if it is either legal or illegal to you, I'll follow up with another question. Have anybody been having late payments reported on their credit report? For their credit cards, for their card payments, anything? I'm going to wait on y'all to answer while I pull up the next code. I just want y'all to see it for yourself. Okay, let's check the comments. Modern credit system is a new chain in shackles. Listen, modern day slaves are not in chains, they in debt. They done found them another way, okay? All right, so now y'all see the next thing on the screen. Let me blow it up for y'all. Okay? This right here, this code right here, this is consumer law. Y'all read it with me, okay? Let me minimize it just a little bit so it all fits. 15 USC 1662 states that no advertisement concerning consumer credit may state that a specified down payment amount is required in connection with the extension of a consumer credit unless the creditor usually and customarily arranges down payments in that amount. Y'all know what this means? Have you ever been to a car dealership and they ask you for a down payment on a vehicle and they have not asked everybody else for that same amount of down payment? Everybody's down payment is different, correct? Based on their credit, correct? So according to what you just read, is it legal or illegal for a car dealership to ask you or require from you a down payment on a vehicle that you were about to purchase? Because once you get approved, the down payment is already included. They normally tell you that it's for taxes. I thought I heard my baby coughing. They normally tell you it's for taxes and state fees and different lies. It's illegal to ask for a down payment. It is illegal to foreclose on people's homes because when they sign the documents for their home to be a homeowner, the insurance covers in case of they lose their job, life is lifing for them, and they can no longer make their payment. The insurance pays them for that. So you got people saying, hey, I'm going to lose my house. I done lost my house. It's illegal. I'm not telling you what I said. I'm telling you what consumer law says. Okay? exactly what it means. Okay? This one, you have to give a disclosure when you open credit plans secured by consumer principal dwelling. Each annual percentage rate imposed in connection with extensions of credit under the plan, and a statement that such rate does not include costs other than interest. Meaning, let me help y'all on that. You go and you pay your credit card, because I know some of y'all didn't have these type of accounts. You first sign up and open up a credit card, and you got 8% interest. And then the next year it goes up to 16% interest. And the next year it just keeps going up to more interest. And that is not stated in their disclosures. And if it is stated in their disclosures, it has to be accurate and what everybody else is doing, not jumping a whole double percent up. It got to gradually go up, and you got to be notified. So, these little fees that you go to the credit card machine here and it takes out $2 for you using your credit card, and another one takes out 50 cents. It's illegal. Absolutely illegal. And if anybody has done any of the above, we can go through consumer law all night. Okay? It is absolutely illegal what they have been doing and how they have been getting over on us, we the people. And if you don't know better, you can't do better. So now you know better. There's many more consumer loans. Isn't this a bunch of criminal activity then, perishing due to the lack of knowledge? That's the only criminal activity in it, because technically they a business. And consumer law is for you and I. They have laws to protect us. If we don't know the law, then they can get over on whatever they want until you learn the law. And then when you learn the law, you can take them to court and sue them. That's how you get paid for having bad credit. Oh, you had that on there? And you can sue them in your state for whatever the maximum is in small claims court. But if you want to take it to arbitration and you want to put 10 on the 2, it stopped me. It hurt my family. I was turned down. I was embarrassed. I became homeless because I didn't get this apartment. I couldn't feed my family because I didn't get this job. I couldn't have extra income because my insurance rates were so high because of my credit score. And now they have to pay you. And they done made billions of dollars, so they got it to pay you. That's why they had that class action lawsuit. That's why they had, Equifax was under fire. They still under fire. Breaching people information, charging monthly prices for basically nothing. They're a bunch of scam artists. It's just a corporation. They like to put credit bureau on the end of it because it's psychology. When you hear credit bureau, you think this is a government entity, so they can get away with whatever they want to get away with. And I can't do nothing about it, when that is so far from the truth. That is so far from the truth. They are a consumer reporting agency. That's why you see it say consumer reporting agency. It open-end consumer credit plans. It's always saying consumer because it's consumer, and that's why it's called consumer law and not credit law. And then we have the Federal Credit Reporting Act. That's another set of laws. You got to follow these guidelines to make sure you are not taking advantage of the American people. These laws are in place to protect us. But if we don't know them, we cannot implement them. This is why that credit sweep is so, what's the word I'm looking for? It is so effective. The credit sweep is so effective. You can have all of this stuff swept off your credit in 7 days. Can you believe that? Have it swept off, removed, clean, legally, not illegally, legally in 7 days. You can have late payments removed in as little as 24 hours. It's illegal. I just showed y'all. You can sue a dealership for asking you for a down payment when they didn't already got to pay when you got approved. You can sue the credit consumer bureaus, okay? The reason why they put bureau because they want you to think government. But it's not the truth. The government has rules and laws in place to protect us. Credit industry ain't got nothing to do with the government. They just are a business that is paid to negatively gain information about whether you paid back something, whether you was evicted or not, and report it so they can sell it to big business. Hey, y'all want to know if they trustworthy or not? I got all their information in this database, and you can pay this much money a month on a membership to see all of the accounts or the background checks or the credit checks you want to see for $20, $40, corporate prices. They is eating. And all they is a platform that holds your negative information in it. That's it. That's it, okay? So now that we know this, it's time to take action, okay? I told y'all I wasn't going to be here long. That's why people, especially people that look like me, is taking advantage of the opportunity to go get their credit swept. And not only that, after they get their credit swept, they're going to go run up some big bags. I told them I didn't have a down payment, but they made me pay $1 to hold the contract. See? When you put that down payment down, that's for the managers and the salesmen. They split that. That's what you call like a tip for them. But it is not required for you to drive off with no vehicle. It's already taken care of for you. Okay? So knowing this information and so much more. Let me go back over here to where we at. Let me come back over here. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second. Let me check on my child. So, Boo, you okay? Are you okay? Huh? Get some water, son. I'm finna come out now. We're gonna go grab something. Okay, my apologies. So, let me show y'all what some people have been able to do. This is the number one, okay? Most important right now. Because this is what they're doing for those who have at least a 700 credit score. It don't take long to get a 700. So if you hear me say that and you be like, oh my God, a 700, man, that's a long ways because this is where I'm at, okay? Get some water, honey. Chase Bank right now is actually giving up to 200,000, even 250,000. This enables U.S. citizens to borrow up to 150,000 without ever showing no tax documents, no income claim documents, no any of this. And if you think I'm lying, I'm about to show you receipts of people doing it. The only requirement is that you have an LLC, an EIN, and a 700 credit score. Simple. Okay? And I got the plug. Try to block out some of that information, okay? Instantly approved. Ran the play, the credit sweep, got the stuff off their credit, and went on ahead and got them $33,000 over here. Okay? This person ran 5 plays, got 13,700 on this play. Your account is considered open as of August the 8th, 2024. Okay? Got 13,700 on that play. And then turn around, same person, and got approved for big money on not 1, but 2. Okay? Without showing you too much of his information. Running the play. That's it. That was, what was the play? The sweep. Let me stop that. Come over here. Let me show you. Let me find it. Here we go. Okay? Without showing you too much of that information. 194-point increase. Oh, y'all can't even. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh, they ended it anyway. So why they do that, I don't know. So 194 point increase to put them right to a 724. And you notice how you used to have a 724, it would be excellent credit. 724 is just barely at good. It's just barely at good. A 600 is still considered poor or fair. Let me go back the other way. Okay? They getting pre-approved for big money, not little bit money. This is what Facebook restricted and banned me for sharing what's happening out here with real people, okay? Let me go to this one. This is another thing you need to learn about, which is really, really important, is these people right here, LexisNexis. These are the real people that's reporting your information to Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Every time you receive them little coupons in the mail, you give them permission to sell your information. That's how they get in the information, okay? So you need to have them remove all of the information from their database that they are reporting to Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And make them get that mess off your report, okay? As you can see, the sweep that I'm talking about, complaint was submitted on the 17th. It wasn't even 24 hours. I don't believe, maybe 48, okay? Got 96 points on Equifax. TransUnion didn't get no points, but got 96 points on just Equifax. Only need a couple more points to get into the 700 club, and they can just definitely go right on over there. Hit that chase play, okay? Period, point blank. This one went up 239 points, and if you think I'm lying, all you got to do is look at the chart. It was low down here, then flatline, and in one day, boom. 239 points after running this play. Why? Because the stuff being reported on your reports is illegal. With that being said, okay, I have a couple of opportunities for you. If you would take them, you can change your life and your money within the next 30 days or less, maximum 60 to 75 days. You can have you that type of funding. Real talk. In the next minimum 30 to 75 days or less. I always like to say or less. It can change for you in 48 hours. It can change for you in 4 days. It can change for you in 7 days. It can change for you in 30 days. Everything could be absolutely gone, late payments, all of that stuff, deleted, swept. You good to go, ready for funding in as little as the next 75 days maximum, minimum. I'm talking about days, not years, days for just running a play, okay? And not only can you run this play for yourself, but now you got a side hustle. You can sell it and let them run the play themselves, or you can charge to do it for them because it's simple, okay? So I have the credit repair sweep. I put it back to regular price at $197 and been selling it for $197. For today only, you can have this whole entire sweep that will remove these negative items from your credit report in as little as 7 days. Like I said, if I tell you 30 and it's done in 7 days, it's like, yeah, let's go. If I tell you 7 days and it takes your case a little bit longer, then you'd be like, it didn't work for me in 7 days. In as little as 7 days, you can have it totally swept off your credit report and ready for some funding. Just on TransUnion alone, I can send you to a place to go get you $25K as soon as it's taken care of. Real talk, okay? So I'm going to allow it to be bought or purchased. Make an investment in yourself for $97, okay? This is the best investment that not only will change your life, but will also give you some extra right now revenue. Do we all need right now revenue? Yeah. Why? Because everybody can use credit. Everybody can use some type of credit, even with that 811 credit score. They're going to go out and apply and they're going to get a hard inquiry. They're going to go out and they're going to apply, and now they're going to have another trade line added to their consumer reporting. They may even get a late payment, okay? If I go get a line of credit for $50,000 and my husband, we together as one, and I need him to be able to go get $50,000 and his credit need to get a boost, I can put him as an authorized user on my line of credit and give him an instant 100-point score increase just by adding him to my trade line. I can put my kids on that. I can get them 100-point increase to get a boost and then send them back to go get them a line of credit. And we can all be on each other's credit amounts and limits as authorized users and have our score in the 900s. It's all about how to play the game, okay? So for $97, you can get the sweep. I will only leave that available for 24 hours, okay? Only 24 hours, and then it goes back to $197. If you just need 3 templates, I sell 1 dispute template for $97. So hear me clearly on this. I am going to give 3 dispute templates. If you want to take the student loan ones and get those off, make a hell of a difference if it say that you owe $100,000 in student loans and you can have all of those removed from your credit report. Okay? Can student loans really be removed? I'm glad you asked. Let me show you. They absolutely can. Can child support be removed? Absolutely. Why? Because those are financial transactions that never should be there anywhere. Ever. Yep. Yep. So let me pull this up real quick. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Can student loans be removed? Let me see if I'm sharing over here. Absolutely. This is my report. Ed Financial, student loans, right? You see 2 of them removed from there, and then they wicked remarks about being late or in default or whatever, removed. Okay? Inquiries, removed. Here go another one. United States Department of Education, because they sold the debt from the Department of Education to Ed Financial. Gone. Get it up out of there, okay? 113-point score increase from removing one U.S. Department of Education student loan from off my consumer report, okay? So if you have student loans, if you have child supports, if you want late payments, if you want the hard inquiry, if you want judgments, I have a 5 bundle. It's a 5-in-1 bundle for $97, okay? It comes with 5 dispute templates that you can turn around and sell. You have something to sell on Monday. Like I posted, who got student loans? If you just want student loans taken off, I have a template according to consumer law that will remove them student loans. And here's receipts, okay? $97. Tuesday, I can turn around and say, who got late payments that they need removed? And run the play. Wednesday, I can say, who got judgments that need to be removed? I can make me $1,000 a week selling each document Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I got 5. You can sell one template for $97. It's something that's going to remove something off their credit report, guaranteed. They don't mind paying a one-time fee of $97, and then you tell them, when you buy it from me, you can sell it for $97. So now it benefits you 2 ways. You buy it from me, you can turn around and sell it. Whatever template you buy from me, you can turn around and sell it. So it benefits you, and then it benefits you, okay? I have the whole entire, you can get 5 templates for $97, or you can get 3 templates for $40, okay? Of your choice, whichever one you want. If you guys are interested in any of those, okay? I'll tell y'all again in closing, because I'm finna go. Any questions for me, first of all, before I just hop up out of here? These deals will only be available for 24 hours. You guys would be surprised how many people I have in my inbox asking me, is that special still available? I need help with my credit. Can you help me? Oh, Dr. T, I saw last week. I got busy doing XYZ, whatever the case may be, okay? So I'm going to do it for 24 hours. I'm going to run the play for 24 hours so that you know. And you can take advantage of it. Those are the deals and the discounts that I am offering. I'll say this in closing. Okay, I thought somebody was, I'll get back to her in just a moment. I'm going to leave it up here for 24 hours, and then I'm going to put it back to regular price. Why? Because I can just go make one post and share it to everybody and sell it for $97. The reason why I'll come here and offer you a discount is because I get the emails. I get the inboxes. Can you help me with this? I have to catch you next time, and I don't have enough right now. But the most important thing we can do, if you see all these other countries, okay? I have the credit sweep and I am sending the letters. Can you please explain real quick about LexisNexis? Give me 1 second. How much to learn the funding? You can actually have the credit sweep and the funding play for $197. The funding play is $200K funding play. It got everything you need to do. And you need to say, it's just picking up the phone. Can I speak to this person? This is what I want to apply for. This is what it is. Boom, 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 boom. We good to go. Okay. It's a play. It really is a play. It's not like you gotta have all of this and no, you ain't gotta have none of that. You just gotta know the script. That's it. So you can get the sweep and the funding play for $197. Cash is trash. If you see all these other people, nations, countries ditching the dollar, and we know that cash is trash, it's only funded by that war going on over there, are backed up by the military, by them actually being over there in Israel, or it would have been dead as a doorknob. All these other countries then abandoned it. Don't nobody want it no more. Get you some assets. If it's credit, if it's land, if it's gold, if it's silver, those are called real assets, real estate, real assets. That's the only way. And if you can have an opportunity to get you some right now revenue, all you literally got to do is go on your page and say, hey, I got a credit sweep that'll get your negative items removed in 7 days or less. Play for play. And then all you got to do is purchase it from me for $97 and go run it up. Bring me back your results for testimonials. How much to learn the funding? Did I answer that? I'm sorry. I think I did. So if you just talking about the funding by itself, I actually did the live workshop for $497 and been selling the replay and access to the information for $250. But again, today you can have the sweep and the funding for $197. LexisNexis, that is, it's over 30, if not 40 other credit reporting agencies. LexisNexis is just one of them. When you get those little mailers in the mailbox that say attention resident and then have coupons, that is your permission for them to take the resident information of that household and send it to the credit bureau. That's how, when you first move, they say, we got an updated address on file for you. Oh, there's been a updated phone number, a updated job, because they sell your information to the big one. So you have to go to these back burner type of credit reporting agencies, because that's where the big dogs get the information. They all work in cahoots with each other. So you need to hit them up and say, you've been reporting my information illegally, and I want you to delete all information you have in your file and stop reporting. Freeze it, do whatever you got to do, okay? Get rid of it. You can say freeze it for right now if you want to, or you can say altogether, I want you to stop reporting my information to the credit bureaus, to the consumer reporting agencies, and I want it stopped today. Usually within 24 hours, they're going to send you that notice like you just seen. Said the dispute has been resolved. All things being reported on you has been deleted, okay? Any other questions before I go? 24 hours, y'all. 24 hours. If it ain't for you, share it with somebody that it could potentially help. Telling you it's a game changer. I just showed you guys receipts that I have done this in my life. I was able to go ahead and get me a car rental company, start a transportation business, get the fleet for that. I mean, so many different things utilizing business credit, and it don't go in your name, okay? And then also funding. SBA got a lot of money for y'all. If y'all just get an LLC, EIN, get you a business bank account and get yourself right, let Dr. T get you dressed to go get the money. I promise you, money will not be an issue of finding the money. I promise you that. I have too many places that you can go and get the bag. I got banks. I got CEO information where you can go and get the bag. Only thing that's stopping are stopping you from getting to the bag is you. Okay? Sign up, take the information, run it up, each one teach one, and I'll see y'all on the next time, okay? Much love to y'all.